There's that man again.
You ever had a fragrance smell so amazing that for you, it was completely and totally unforgettable? And for a lot of people that smelled it on you, it was the same way. I got 5 fragrances here that have done that for me, and I want to share them with you. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Teddy Files. I'm your resident sommelier, Mr. Dior's Teddy. And today we are talking about 5 fragrances that are totally unforgettable. And the reason that I decided to make this video is because I was thinking about some of the fragrances that I've worn over the years, some that I've worn recently, and things of that nature, and some that got some of the most compliments, and not so much the compliment at the moment, but someone talked about it again. They decided to have a discussion with me again, and I'm completely, totally wearing a whole different fragrance. But they're talking about the fragrance that they just could not forget. One of those fragrances that is the same for me is Spicebomb Infrared. So, unforgettable fragrance that is one of the better spice bombs that they have now. I love the entire house of Spice Bomb. I love Viktor&Rolf. I think all of their fragrances are amazing. I haven't smelled one that I did not like, but there is something special about this infrared. Beautiful, spicy, aromatic, somewhat sweet. And everybody knows I'm a big fan of tobacco, and you catch some of that tobacco in this fragrance. Phenomenal, phenomenal fragrance. Some of your notes in this one are red fruits, pink pepper, and saffron. Your middle notes are cinnamon, red pepper, tobacco, and benzoin. This fragrance, to me, the longevity is absolutely phenomenal, but for the most part, it is the scent memory that I get from it. Now, nothing specifically special happened when I wore the fragrance, but something, like I said, there's something really special about the way that this fragrance smells, and just the way that it makes me feel. It gives me a lot of good feelings, good vibes. It really does kind of remind me of the season that we're going into in the fall and winter holidays, things of that nature. This is a phenomenal fragrance, and it's one that I pray that you would have the opportunity to experience one day. They do have the, I believe it's a Parfum as well. This one is the Eau de Toilette, so I think they have the EDP. But as far as I'm concerned, this one right here has always and always will be unforgettable in my collection. That would be Spicebomb Infrared by Viktor&Rolf. So the next fragrance that I got coming up holds a special place in my heart. Number one, because it was the fragrance that I was wearing when I landed Mrs. Grizz as Mrs. Grizz. And not to mention, it's one of my favorite fragrances, and I already know people are going to have a lot to say about the fragrance. It's played out and this, that. I do not give a damn, because as far as I'm concerned, what smells good smells good. And the numbers don't lie. That would be Dior Sauvage, EDP. So you can say it's a fragrance bro fragrance, or shower gel, or basic, or I don't care, man. This is an amazing fragrance to this day. Still gets numbers to this day, and still smells absolutely out of this world to this day. No, I'm not tired of the scent DNA. I've smelled a lot of fragrances that tried to copy it, but the original is always the original. Now, there are a few that came close to it. I do have the Antonio Banderas fragrance. that comes very, very close to it. But this is what it is. It's its own thing. Some of your fragrance notes in this one: your bergamot at the top, middle notes of Szechuan pepper, lavender, star anise, and nutmeg. Your base notes of ambroxan and vanilla. This fragrance here, longevity is sick. I mean, this lasts all day on my skin. The Sauvage has been and will always be amazing on this fragrance. So, for the people that don't like it, hey, you are entitled to feel how you decide you want to feel. But for us that do like it, just leave us alone. Let us love our fragrance. Let us enjoy the fragrance. And not to mention, at this point, if you're a fragrance collector, shouldn't you already have this in your collection? Just to say that it's legitimate. And as far as I'm concerned, my collection would not be complete without Dior Sauvage EDP. So this next fragrance that's coming up is, well, let's say the moment that I smelled it, it was absolutely unforgettable to me. And every time I've worn it, people have noticed. We've had conversations about it. And even when I have not had it on for a long time, people still ask me about it. And that kind of puts it in the category of unforgettable. That would be French Avenue's Liquid Brun. So, beautiful, vanillic, somewhat spicy fragrance. Not very spicy. It is more creamy, slightly rich, much more aromatic. This is, yeah. Try not to pause on this one, guys. I'm trying not to do that because this is a pausable fragrance. This is definitely pausable, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because, man, this to me. Now I've smelled Altair, and this would probably prevent me from buying that, unless it's something that I want to do to complete my Parfums de Marley library or something like that. I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, when I smelled that, I smelled this. It is really kind of same, in my opinion. Some of your fragrance notes in this one: your top notes is cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, and bergamot. Your middle notes of bourbon, vanilla, elemi, and your base notes of praline, ambroxan, gaiac wood, and musk. So this fragrance, as far as I'm concerned, it's sexy, it's undeniably unforgettable. It'll last extremely long on my skin. I don't know about yours, but it lasts over 8 hours on my skin. The scent bubble in the Sauvage is, yeah, it turns some heads. It has turned quite a few heads when I've worn this fragrance. People have actually stopped me to ask me what it was. Like I said, they still talk about it when I haven't worn it for a while. So yeah, unforgettable fragrance. That would be French Avenue's Liquid Brun. So this next fragrance, it's somewhat new to the collection, but I have worn it. And when I wore it, it caused such a commotion. And in my opinion, because of how it smells and because of the name of it, it is always going to be unforgettable to me. And that would be Genesis Collection, French Avenue, Capricorn. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you guys. Okay, camera, come on. Let's do this. You may not grab it, guys. I don't want to take all your time trying to get them to read. But, so this fragrance means a lot to me, number one, because it is my zodiac sign. I am a Capricorn. But not so much about the astrology of it all. It's more so about the scent and the absolute beauty of this fragrance here, man. It is sweet, smoky, sensual, woodsy. This is phenomenal. Now, from what I understand, it is a clone by the Fireplace from what's the name of the company? You guys know what I'm talking about. I hate when that happens. Replica. But for me, I've smelled that, and they are close, but not exactly the same. Now, of course, that is a higher quality, but this here, for me, is extremely amazing. It's very sensual and it's right up my alley. Some of your fragrance notes in this one are incense and smoke at the top. Middle notes are labdanum and balsam fir. Your base notes are benzoin, amber, guaiac wood, and vanilla. So you get the smoke, you get some of the woodsiness and the green of the balsam fir, but what you get the most is that benzoin, amber, and vanilla. Guaiac wood kind of sneaks in there to kind of balance it out. The longevity on this one is forever on my skin. I want to always preface that on my skin. I don't know what it's going to do on yours, but I know what it does on mine, and I have to scrub it off. I really do. I have to scrub it off. The Sauvage is insane, but it's not one of those fragrances that will kill your nose and burn you. Well, if you spray it too many times, it will. But keep your sprays at the normal amount, not 35 to 62. Try to keep it at least within 5, guys, because if you spray it that many times, you're insane and they're probably gonna fire you. But keep it in the realm of sophistication and you'll get a lot of unforgettable moments out of Capricorn from Fragrance World. So the last fragrance that I got coming up today, guys, is one that is infamous in this collection. Number one, because it got a friend of mine in trouble. I'll tell you more about it once I tell you what the fragrance is, and that would be House of Sauvage, HOS number 4. So, story. A friend of mine asked me about some fragrances that, he could wear to kind of, spice things up a little bit. His wife loves fragrances, and he wasn't really a fragrance person like that, but he knew I was. So he decided to ask me what would be something that he think we would both enjoy. So I pointed him to this fragrance right here. He got the fragrance. They wore it. She loved it. Absolutely loved it. And honestly, he got in some good trouble too, but he did get in some bad trouble because they went out and he got a lot of attention that they weren't expecting. Because when I tell you this fragrance is phenomenal, I'm talking about the Sauvage, the feel of it, even the way that it kind of changes how you move. Because this is one of those confidence boosting fragrances. It's one of those fragrances that if you're already a confident person, this adds an enhancement. This fragrance is phenomenal. It always has been. It will always be in my collection. I do have a backup, damn right, because this is something that's backup bottle worthy. I haven't sprayed it in a little while because I try to preserve it regardless of whether I got a backup bottle or not. I still don't want to just spray it all willy-nilly. But the fragrance, man, not gonna pause, not gonna do it. But one of my favorite niche fragrances in my collection, absolutely one of my niche fragrances. When I do another video about the favorite niche fragrances in my collection, this will be on that one. Some of your fragrance notes in this one: top notes of lavender, Italian tangerine, and Calabrian bergamot. Middle notes of pepper, star anise, and orange blossom. Base notes of oak moss, patchouli, and vanilla. This fragrance right here is a statement maker. The Sauvage on it is insane. Longevity is about normal, about 8 hours. But the experience of the fragrance is so much more than what I expected when I got it, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection, and it is extremely unforgettable to me. Number one, because of the memories that I've gotten from it and some of the stories that I've gotten from it from other people. So yeah, House of Sauvage, HOS number 4, definitely unforgettable. Well, everyone, that is my time, and those are the 5 fragrances that I wanted to focus on today that are definitely unforgettable in my collection. There are several more that are like that, but I just didn't want to make this an all-day, all-night video because I could be here all night if I talked about every fragrance that I personally thought was unforgettable. Guys, I also wanted to talk to you about the fact that we are very close to 2,000 followers. Right now, I am at 1,626 followers. I would like to reach 2,000 before the end of the year. So guys, can you do me a favor and hit that like button? Make sure that you share it with other people Make sure that you comment on the video. Let me know what you guys are wearing. Let me know what fragrances in your collection are unforgettable. Maybe we can talk about it. You already know, when you guys talk to me in the comment section, I will always talk back to you because I love talking fragrance. I love, getting engaging with fragrance talk. That is my love. That's my passion. So guys, do me a favor, share this out to as many people as you know that love fragrances. Let's get these numbers up. Let's get these likes up, guys. And please make sure that you definitely like, share, and subscribe to the content because it definitely helps my channel to grow. Make sure you hit that bell icon at the bottom so that you will be notified every time I upload a brand new video or the days that I decide to go live, because my name is Mr. Dior's Teddy and I am your fragrance sommelier. So over here we don't do stink. So please don't be a stink ass. Have a good one.